Hi, welcome to Tarot by Naveen. So good to have you here. Okay, so clearly this is a tarot card reading channel where I do different readings. You can see all of them on the screen. Feel free to peruse and explore. I have a YouTube channel, a Patreon channel, and I am currently working on the Instagram and Twitter channel. So just bear with me with that. But I do hope that my readings hold benefit to you in your hour of need for advice or direction or just a kind word. I really do hope that my readings resonate with you. Also, if you would like to donate to the channel, you can. It's in the description box below. I also offer personal readings. Anything else? No, I think that's about it. But anything else is probably in the description box below, so take a look. Other than that, I do hope that you enjoy your time here on my YouTube page, and please consider becoming a Patreon member. That is one of the best ways to help support the growth and development of the channel. Okay, let's get into your reading. Okay, Gemini, we are getting into your Spirit Path reading. Spirit Path reading is whereby we look at the external energies around you and what you're interacting with. So it's kind of like the opposite of the forensic analysis reading, whereby it focuses on you internally. This is going to focus on you interacting with your external energies and your environment and other things that may be coming towards to interact with you. Okay, so it's going to be in those veins. So it's going to have levels of advice, what to be aware of, and anything else the universe would want to share and reveal to you for the time frame of the reading. Right here, we're going to focus on your personal aspects through your external energies. Right here on this row, we're going to focus on more of the relational aspects. And right here, we're going to focus on your money and career, practical foundational aspects. And sometimes, it's the external energy, so a lot of things could be mingled together. So I'm just making you aware of that. So the story will move in a certain flow. And right here, we're going to have the Kipper card, and I'm going to read the actual meaning of the Kipper card as it relates to your external energies. And this Spirit Path reading is for the time frame of July the 10th to August the 7th of 2026. I do apologize for that background noise. I am sharing a library booth thing here, and it's not soundproof, and some people are not cognizant of the volume of their voice. But I'm going to see if this person would be kind to lower his voice. One moment, please. Okay, so he's going to lower his voice. Okay, so here we go. What is happening for your Spirit Path reading, Gemini? And we have, okay, Knight of Pentacles. I love to see this for you, Gemini. You're being reasonably cautious, but not like cautious in a way of fear. You're being cautious in the way of building. So your reputation is slowly and steadily gaining traction. Your skills and your experiences, your capabilities are slowly getting stronger, more refined, so much better, and you're able to further compound on this, which allows you to orchestrate and do more. This also, with the Knight of Pentacles, is showing a steady stability in your framework of lifestyle, in your finances, in your savings, in your investment, in your securities, in your health. Everything is slowly and steadily getting better. Especially as time goes forward in this time frame of this reading, you're cultivating something very meaningful, very assured, very practical, something that is also going to withstand any type of shakeups here and there, as life normally sometimes have. You will be secure in your foundations, and you won't be shooken so easily at all. and you'll be able to meet any circumstance with resources and with capability. So the Knight of Pentacles is coming through and saying that you yourself, no matter what's going to be happening in your external world, you yourself are grounded, you are focused, you are dedicated, you are assured to your personal path and your fulfillment and your lifestyle. You are confident in a way whereby you can overcome anything, and you do have the resources and the connection, the structure to actually do that. It is not a false narrative that you've made for yourself. This is real. This is grounded in truth. So you're moving forward in your practical world very strongly, very astutely. Let's see further clarification for the Knight of Pentacles. And we have, oh my God, of course, the Nine of Pentacles. What I tell you about your finances, your health, your notoriety, everything building up. The Nine of Pentacles, and again, the confidence. The Nine of Pentacles is that type of confidence energy. It is that independent energy. You're not beholden to anybody. You could stand your ground. You can hold your own. You make choices more so in control of your life. You are capable of working with varying individuals or various circumstances, whatever the situation is, even if it's with your family or your friends or your job or your business, whatever, but you're not beholden to anything. You are capable of sustaining yourself, and you are also capable of being philanthropic if you want, and it does not take away from you. It does not take away from the fruits of your labor and garnering that continued fulfillment that continues to pour into your life. You get to have more control of your calendar, have more control of your comings and your goings, have more control of where you want to spend your time and who you want to spend it with. This is someone who is fortifying a level of extreme abundance in their life. And the Knight of Pentacles also is someone who is very business savvy. Okay, she didn't become independent and very capable just from happenstance. It was because of her hard work, her dedication, her commitment to her growth, her success, and what really brings her peace, happiness, and joy, and her wisdom that she implemented into that to cause all of this to come about. Okay, so keep doing what you're doing, because you're cultivating an amazing lifelong momentum of success in your life, and that's how you're moving through your external energies now. You are coming across as that boss on so many levels. Let's see further clarification. Thank you, universe. And we have, wow, pentacles on pentacles on pentacles. You're headed towards the King of Pentacles. This is someone who is very, very comfortable in their success. They're comfortable in their livelihood. They're comfortable in who they are. They're comfortable with their friends, their family, their engagements, their pets. They have things planned and matured, especially in their kingdom. Their investments or something, they go to sleep unbothered. They go to sleep unstressed. They can move into bigger and larger circles if they want, if they choose to, but even if they don't want to, for whatever reason, it does not affect their grounding. It does not affect their peace, their joy, their fulfillment, their capabilities. It does not affect their health. This is someone who even has a nurturing effect, to be someone who is capable of interceding for others, helping others if they want, especially their family and those who are close to them. They're very happy and generous. This is where you're headed, is what I'm hearing. A lot of you, I hear some of you are embarking upon this and almost like a type of retirement of sorts, but this is what's being cultivated. This is that a level of ultimate success and freedom on so many levels, that that you also get to leave something behind, something of quality, something of richness, something of purpose that impacts those who are connected to you or who may even follow you. This is absolute abundance that's being cultivated for you, Gemini. Absolutely amazing. So whatever your advice is, honestly, that's coming through with your spirit path, whatever it is that you're currently working on, involved in, which you've decided to really put your all into, that is an assured direction to a continued steady growth towards an absolute success and an absolute vision of abundance and peace and happiness and capability that you have for your life. Absolutely incredible, Gemini. Let's see what your social aspects at this time is. And we have, okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So, oh my gosh, this library. I mean, I'm so sorry. Like, people just coughing very loudly. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles. Oh, yeah. The Seven of Pentacles is like it's a putting in a level of effort, um, putting in those seeds to reap that harvest that's coming through. It's a level of your your works are not in vain, and that's why I said continue doing what you're doing because you're building something, you're developing something. Okay, so this is assuring you that guess what, your works, the seeds that you plant today. Okay, Gemini, the investment, the strategies, the learnings, the energy you put in, whatever your situation is, whatever you're involved in, it's going to come into an abundant harvest later on. Okay, that then further elevates even more so on what's happening here. Okay, because this is definitely showing what you're establishing, what's being established for you as well simultaneously. This is definitely where you're headed. Okay, with the Nine of Pentacles. And overall, in your livelihood, your life, the direction where the universe is working to take you to is definitely the King of Pentacles. So, this is showing you the proof that the work which you're involved in right now, your discernment on how to nurture what you have and your resources, not to be too overindulgent, making sure that you're reasonably prudent. This is preparing to get that harvest down the line. And we have, for the clarification, oh my goodness, the Lovers. So some of you may be doing this with a significant other, maybe family members, maybe with a business partner, maybe with close friends. And this can also be further cultivating certain aspects to prepare for maybe an expansion in your world. Could be expansion towards family, could be expansion towards business, could be all of that. Okay, but it's definitely further nurturing, and not the Pentacles is not just about money. It's about a lot of physical. So it's your time, it's your physical interaction, the social graces and the connections and the physical, you know what I mean? In that regard, so many things in that way. And it helps all of your relational connections right here, especially if you're already in a relationship. It builds you up to further be expansive with perhaps the way you want to express love or be able to help those that you have strong feelings for. But this is creating a framework of stability, of being able to support a level of love or romance, or cultivating a framework of those who are near and dear to you. Okay, so with your social life, it's going in a really good direction. There are seeds being planted, there are new elevations happening, and there's a lot of gratitude that's coming through as well. Thus far, you are going on a really good direction here, Gemini. Let's see what else is happening. Oh my goodness, Page of Swords. So some of you are going to be receiving messages, maybe to further go on, perhaps certain aspects of interaction. Could be dates, in certain respects. But this is also certain what's coming through for some of you, Page of Swords. It's also learning. It's also understanding something new, how to cultivate these new relationships. So some of you are dealing with new relationships or new formats of relationships. It's making sure that you understand the best way to use these resources or to further develop these resources with people that you learn to trust or you're working with. Or like I said, it could be a relationship where, the relationship structure, you're talking back and forth how best to move about both of your futures, or whoever the family involved, or whatever the situation is. It's learning about yourself more as well. It's a very complex tapestry is what's happening here, because you're not taking these opportunities and this growth that's happening in your life, you're not taking it lightly. So it's being very astute, and you're being very appreciative for the mental fortitude that you're also putting in. You're not, just winging it. You're not being laissez-faire about it. And this is going to serve you greatly down the line as well. So there are messages coming through, probably messages of even advice or concerns or whatever, and then you're taking those advices, those concerns towards this cultivation of further progressing in your life and whatever this is. So let's take a look at your money and career or the practical standings, even though we've hit a lot of that already, because that's the vibe. And we have, the 10 of Wands. We already see that we already see a level of increased abundance, increased capability, increased fortitude, a bit more control of your life, and a bit more comfort that's coming in because of what you're doing. And we have the 10 of Wands here showing you that the toil and labor on so many levels is basically over. The hardships are basically over on so many levels. Of course, life has other challenges, of course, that we have to get through, but you just recently finished a major cycle. It's a turning point, okay? And these wands are these levels of experiences, levels of where your body even feels certain aspects of experience. But this is having the skill set, the memories of that, and be able to further translate that into other aspects moving forward. For some of you, you've been going through this, it could be 10 months, 10 years for some of you. But each of those wands is a significant kind of milestone in your life. And 10 is definitely that level of completion. So you definitely completed a cycle, or you're coming out of one cycle and you're starting to move into this way more abundant cycle in your external world, especially. And clearly it's also hitting your internal world. So yeah, just know that the worst, the hardship, the struggle, what you had to get through to get here, the patience, like all those things are the thing of the past, and you're moving into more joyous, more a bit of an easier time, a bit of more, I'm hearing cerebral in certain respects time, and not just labor intensive. Further clarification for the 10 of Wands, and we have, there's that cerebral energy, the 2 of Swords. So at this point, whereby you might have had to go from logical understandings when it comes to your external world, you're being encouraged to lean now even more so into your intuitive understanding. Because I sense a lot of you have influence in capabilities a bit more now in your life. Your voice carries more, okay? Especially what's happening here. So the 2 of Swords, Gemini, is telling you, hey, it's okay to lean onto your creativity more. It's okay to lean onto your imaginings more. It's okay to lean onto your kind of like a spiritual intuitive nudge more when it comes to making decisions, okay? And voicing those decisions, okay, Gemini? So if you needed to have a green light to see if it's okay for you to further push, kind of nudge a particular framework along to collab, create, take initiative. That's a beautiful yes, and that's also, if it follows your peace and your joy, if it makes you smile, speak up, advance. Don't be timid in certain respects. Really be even more so true to yourself at this time. Further clarification, and we have, yeah, oh my gosh. I just I just kind of finished saying that because the Knight of Wands is kind of like the energy, that exploratory energy where you're feeling out what works, what doesn't work. You're feeling out different types of people, the different types of groups that you may be involved in or interact with, and finding out what works or what needs to work in different situations. This is someone who is capable of kind of transitioning from one understanding, one grouping from another very seamlessly, and they're very much appreciated for their adaptability. This is someone who is adventurous. Remember, being a bit more leaning into your intuition. This is someone who is adventurous, not afraid to try, not afraid to, let's see if this works. You know what I mean? This is definitely someone who is aspiring to further create, to further expand. Okay. And you are going to also find a bit more of a niche, is what I'm hearing, through these endeavors. And you're applying your experience in all of these particular nuances or connections that's being established for you right now, Gemini. So yeah, you have a level of influence that's forming here. It's absolutely incredible. So Gemini, let's see what your Kipper card has to say for your spirit path at this time. And we have, oh my gosh, of course, family room. And we see that all of this is headed into that direction for your life. I almost feel like y'all got this before in multiple different readings because there's so much transformation and capability and resources and opportunity that's entering your life. Family realm, this is going towards a type of life that you've desired and envisioned for yourself. But I'm not intending to speak my intuitive nature, even though I did that a little bit for the Kipper card. I did want to just let the card itself speak for itself and let it resonate with how it needs to resonate for you. But let's see, that's number 21. I'm trying to move these pages with one hand. Oh my goodness. Okay, 1 second. Okay, Gemini, here we go. Family room, and we're going to only read the one part that gives the description of the card. So it's going to be this part here. This card signifies your personal space, such as your home, apartment, motel room, or office. Close to the significator, it means other nearby cards are in the room. This is close, and the events will come to pass very soon. The timing is very soon, but be sure to consider the context of the question. Traditionally, it means anywhere from 24 hours to 4 weeks. And I think I'll read some more because I think that was describing certain aspects of the card. Hold fast to the present now. This card describes everything that is very close, whether temporal or spatial. It is also a card that indicates your home, privacy, and all rooms and apartments. You can retreat into your privacy without being introverted. Okay, I'm going to read a little bit more. The previous card may be where you live, your residence, nope, that's it. That is what we need to hear right there, because that's going into other parts of the card. Okay, so it's clear that what you're forming is very soon at hand, and you're developing something in a beautiful way. You're heading into a new cycle, Gemini, most ostentatious. Oh my goodness, very exciting. So this has been your Spirit Path reading, Gemini. I really do hope it was beneficial and encouraging with the advice also that was given. Yeah, please remember to subscribe to the YouTube page, and please consider becoming a Patreon member. It is one of the best ways to help support the growth and development of the channel. Okay, bye. Okay, that has been your reading. I really hope it was beneficial to you, that it helps you throughout your day, your week, or probably even the rest of the year. Thank you for being here, and I wish you the best. Bye.